Oh, hey, the game gave you a pity checkbox.
It really did. And I goofed. We're back once again, guys.
That's right.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Nanners. And I'm not playing.
Indeed.
Zero is.
Mainly because, again, I goofed. We have to re-record 2 episodes. And this is one of them. Oh, yeah, I did have to beat this again so I can get the warped biker outfit. So we're just going to play the regular level.
Okay.
So once again, we're getting some awesome cutscenes with this stuff. We're going to give you guys some more awesome commentary.
I think that... Oh, yeah, we're going to... We actually wrote it all down. We write these episodes down ahead of time, so we're just going to go off the script again for you. So if Zero, you could turn to page 2, you can start. No, we actually did this before, and I remember, I think at this point that with the cutscene that plays here, my thought was, wow, like, oh, we're almost done. This is almost coming to an end, isn't it? But
Yeah,
that wasn't quite the case.
Indeed it wasn't.
Couldn't solo this one. Let her go. The last time I killed her friends, her screams were exquisite.
Oh, what a bitch.
No.
So yeah, that Tana is from a different universe. The female N.Tropy killed the other Crash and Coco.
Let's see what you mongrels can do as a pack.
So wait, but is that canon or is that not canon?
That's canon.
So
So
how do we have a series if you kill off the main characters?
come on, man, we're talking about different universes.
Okay.
So in a different universe, Crash and Coco are dead.
Where's the universe where Crash Twin Sanity exists?
I think that's been retconned, bro.
I'm not surprised.
As much as I love Crash Twin Sanity, and again, if you guys want to watch a playthrough of that, again, we did it. But yeah, as much as I love it, that game was not done. Like, so many glitches, so many issues. The story could have been better. Ugh.
I really did like how they got to be really creative with the co-op of it, meaning the tag team between Crash and Cortex. That game was legitimately enjoyable, just like you say. It had missed a thick helping of polish.
A thick,
Coat of paint.
yeah, a super thick coat of paint, man. Like, Jesus Christ. The thing is, when you look up a game like Crash Insanity and then you read up on how it is the developers were treated and why... Oh, shit!
What the fuck? My game just break?
No.
In my universe,
So I got all the little orbs, so I guess that did something awesome.
extermination as a housefly.
Oh, how modern. Tell me more.
Alright, get over here.
I like this part. This part looks pretty cool.
This was the most difficult part, actually.
Some keep them as pets, but I find it disgusting.
Ooh, am I gonna make it? Oh, I did. So, again, in my playthrough, my personal playthrough, I could never get all of the orbs, all the discussion orbs that we, kept touching. Well, that I kept touching while grinding down the hole and whatnot. So that's nice to see, what actually happens when you do it. So yes. Last episode we talked about, damn it. Talked about remakes and, how they're either good or they're not. Do you have any further thoughts on that, Nanners?
Oh no.
Do you want to talk about that new announcement that just came out for Virtua Fighter 5?
Sure. And that's gonna date the episode a bit, but yeah. Just yesterday they had announced it, I think, or was it today? But they're gonna be remastering Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, which is a game from 2012. I guess it's technically a remake because it's not even in the same engine. It's using the Yakuza Dragon engine, and I mean, I don't know. As a VF fan, I'm excited to see that there's something happening with the franchise, like literally anything happening with the franchise. But there's a couple of big problems right now, and if you have a Twitter account, you know that because that's what everybody's complaining about. Is the fact that they went with PS4 exclusivity. So that's pretty bad in my opinion. You know, exclusivity for a console, especially at this point, not a really good idea, to be completely honest.
So,
I mean,
like,
just
it's not even coming out on PC?
It's just PS4, from what I heard.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, talk about shooting yourself in the foot. I'm just gonna say this right now. Look at what happened with Killer Instinct. I mean, Killer Instinct was not a bad game.
But it was stuck on the Xbox.
It was stuck on the Xbox, so
A console with a horrible D-pad.
a horrible. Yeah, it was like at the launch with the Xbox, so you know that there really weren't any good peripherals at the time to play it with too. So it was. It's just not a good idea. The other problem is that, and for those of you that don't know fighting games or I guess online game technical stuff, you may not know about this, but there's something called rollback. And it's related to netcode, especially for fighting games. And anybody that knows anything about fighting games will tell you that if you're going to release a fighting game and it's going to have online, it needs to have rollback net play. It has to be standard at this point because it makes it so much better in terms of dealing with lag than just the way that fighting games have always been. So not including it is like, I don't know, it's like after the invention of the wheel, you know, making a vehicle with a square wheel or something like that. It's asinine. I can't believe they wouldn't put that in. Now, they haven't specifically said that they put... I didn't look at the full announcement, but out of the key points that were taken away from this announcement, it wasn't listed there. So people are already like, Sega, you should have came out and said, it's gonna have... Don't worry, guys, it's gonna have rollback. But they didn't say that, and it's just not looking that great. Also, I think I said this before, but like after Final Showdown came out in 2012, it's been almost 10 years. You could pretty much remaster it or remake it, but instead you're going to try to do like another version because there was VF5 Vanilla, there was VF5R, which is in Japan only, Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown in 2012, and mind you, this all stems from Virtua Fighter 5 Vanilla, which was a launch PS3 title. So like all this time has passed and all you're going to do is call it Ultimate Showdown and just give us like, you know, kind of like a re-release, sort of like what Capcom usually does with its game. It's the exact opposite of Capcom. Instead of releasing it every year, they've released it like 10 years later. They should just give us VF6 and then you could give us new characters and there'd be all new stages and you can expand on all sorts of... you could do so much, but I don't know. That being said, it is very cool to see people talking a lot about Virtua Fighter on the internet. And that being said, it's still a Virtua Fighter property in 2021. So I'm going to go and get it. I have to get it. I have to support it. But, you know, I'm just not happy with how some things were handled.
Dude, I fully support your feelings and opinions on that because me as a Street Fighter fan and as a Crash fan, if they had done the same thing, like just give us Street Fighter 4 or just Crash, The Wrath of Cortex, but with the new coat of paint, I would have been pissed off. Like, really? You're going to give me a game that old just touched up a little bit? No, that doesn't make any sense. Just make a new one.
No.
You said it, Crash.
We can meet with the others after we've explored. Now, which way are the food trucks?
So, yeah, if you guys paid attention to the cutscene and stuff, we beat what seemed like the final boss, and now we just have a few extra levels. Again, what seems like just a few extra levels. So, yeah, we're in this... Yeah, we're in this, like, futuristic kind of city. And I was saying this before, I like this because it gives me total Ratchet and Clank vibes. Dude, they definitely got influence from Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this looks cool. Also, I like the cutscene here. In general, this level is very colorful, and I like it, but I like the cutscene It's making me notice how Crash is so emotive in this game. Like he's expressing joy, and you could just see it on his face, like he's just giddy, you know.
I mean,
yeah,
it's funny you mention that because when Naughty Dog first created Crash, one of the first things they wanted to do was make sure that they could create a character that could show a lot of emotion and a lot of movement and shit. Like that was one of the things they went out of their way to make sure they nailed.
Right.
And they had to basically break the PS1 in certain ways to pull that off. Like, Sony would give them documents as to how to do things. And I think it's Jason Rubin, he was the original programmer. He basically said, this is so limited and the PS1 has all this memory that I can use, but it's all backed up. It's being used by other processes that we're not trying to access. So what if I turn these off? Would that free it up? And this was not the way Sony wanted you to develop on their console. So he just ignored it. He ignored it and said, all right, I freed up a bunch of... Right? He's like, yeah, I freed up memory here, freed up memory here, freed up memory here. We can do this. And that's why even the original, like, Crash 1, sure, it looks polygonal, but compared to a lot of other games that came out at around the same time, Crash looked amazing.
You want to talk about polygonal? Talk about Final Fantasy VII.
Yo. I think if Naughty Dog had been involved in that, I think they could have squeezed out a few extra polygons. Easily, no problem, even on that first one in 97. Well, I'm not getting all the boxes. But
This is making me really want to play Crash 4, because this level looks so much fun. I love the aesthetic here, or the aesthetic. I love the environment here.
Oh, next episode then, it's all yours, because we have at least 2 more episodes with these levels.
Good catch.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you froze it just in time. Yeah, no, I'll definitely take the helm. I've been thinking a lot. I almost convinced myself to buy a PS5 because I wanted to play Yeast 9 on a higher definition since it's only on PS4. But I heard that it's really good on PS5 too. But I didn't. But then now Ratchet came out, and I'm like, oh, once again, I'm kind of getting the urges to get a PS5. I don't think I will, but I'm definitely jealous looking at everybody who gets to play Ratchet and Clank.
So, I mean, they probably got like early review copies because Ratchet and Clank is not out yet. It comes out next month.
No, I know, but I'm what you would call pre-jealous. It's the first stage of being jealous.
I understand. I get it. Yeah. So our buddy AJ, big fan of the show and also awesome friend of ours. Half of the freaking games we played here wouldn't be possible without him. He got an invite to buy a PS5 because it's still so difficult. So he ended up getting it.
About that. Nice.
He got it. So he shared a picture of his setup. He got the digital edition one.
Nice.
He likes digital for some reason. And yeah, it's awesome. He's going to be able to play the newer games, old games. He's going to be able to just freaking HD it up and get all the good fixins, you know, the faster frame rate. Oh man, it'd be nice to be able to play Crash like that, actually.
Or anything. No, I'm gonna be honest. I definitely want to go. I definitely want to go disc for sure.
Oh, same.
If I have the choice, because you just never know with those digital games. But to me, buying digital only, I feel like you're limiting yourself. I want the option to have discs or not have discs if that's what it comes down to.
Likewise. But, that actually reminds me because, again, AJ's a really good friend. He's helped us out. He's helped us out a lot. Even me, he helped me get a nice TV last year. So I wanted to like pay him back. I wanted to give him a present for his birthday. So I got him the remake of Destroy All Humans because he loves the game. He loves the series.
Nice.
I got him a physical disc version though. But now he has a discless PS5. PS5, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if he didn't play it on his PS4, he won't be able to play it. Because there's no disc to digital thing. So again,
Yeah,
you're
that's
so like you said, yeah, you limit yourself.
yeah. No, I mean, again, it's not bad. It's definitely a good option. Also, it's a great way to make the console more affordable if price is an issue as well. So it saves you cash. You could spend that money on games, but then no, I'm more of a disc guy. Plus, I like getting physical copies more so than digital. Digital is great, but there's all these problems with digital, especially now that I just want to stick to physical for the time being. Oh, hey, the game gave you a pity checkbox.
It really did. And I goofed. But at least I don't
Yeah,
have
but
to
not-
start from super far.
That's really cool, though. When do you think you're gonna get PS5? Because I know you. I know you're gonna get one eventually.
Probably. I mean, because of vaccinations and shit like that, like things are getting better. So I'm hoping that by. What's it called? Jesus, that didn't help at all. Alright, there we go. God damn it. So I'm hoping that by this winter, we'll have more stock, we'll have more PS5s available, we'll just have a better opportunity to get it. And even then, like, I'm thinking to myself, should I just wait for the first revision of the PS5? Like, would that be a better option?
Yeah. Yeah, and again, the benefit of being an early adopter is that you get to play the games that come out first. But the benefit of waiting is the fact that you get to get a better version of the console, because as much as I want to play games like Ratchet and Clank and the Little Big Planet type of game that they had and stuff like that, you know, it's, in my opinion, I feel like the console has a lot of drawbacks at this point, and probably too many for my liking. So I definitely want to wait. I definitely want to wait for either a version with more memory at the very least, or a full up like revision of it, like you were saying.
Oh, by memory, you mean like storage space, right?
Storage space, exactly. There's just not enough storage on it. And I also, I heard mixed information, but I heard that you can't upgrade it, and then I heard that maybe sometimes you can, or some shit like that. I don't know. But for the time being, it seems like there's not enough memory, and there's not a great way to change that. But also, the other thing is, like, if I'm throwing down, what is it, like 400 on a console, I don't want to have to immediately also upgrade it, because that's stupid. I would rather spend that money on games. So no, that doesn't make any sense. I don't want to do that. Sony should give it to us with more storage space.
I completely agree. It's frustrating because Sony did not want to eat the cost. They didn't want to eat the cost of putting in more storage.
No.
It's the main reason why we don't have extra storage. Fuck my existence. Yeah, like I was saying, it's the main reason why. So the reason why we have a PS5 at 500 is mainly that they could make a super fast, ridiculously fast hard drive, but only if they cut the cost. I don't know what to do.
Why don't you jump to the right side?
I kind of can't. Well, actually, I can. I think I know what I'm going to do now. You're right. I'm being
Now,
dumb.
I got a question. The PS3, did they do the PS3 with at a loss? Like, did they sell them at a loss?
At a super loss.
At a super loss, yeah.
Because again, the Blu-ray technology was still very new, and the PS3 was also a Blu-ray player. Blu-ray players were like 1,000 at the time. Oh, I fucked up.
Oh, you almost had it, or not.
One
I
last
can't
try,
tell.
and then I'm continuing because I can't keep doing this forever. You're
Yeah,
gonna run the episode long. So no, definitely
Again.
So the PS5. What am I doing? That's not what I was supposed to do. Screw it. I'm just gonna continue. I can't focus on that. So the PS3 was sold at a loss, like I was explaining before. Blu-ray was still new, so Sony needed something to make the PS3 enticing, but they also needed to make it somewhat affordable. And 600 even today is still not affordable.
No, and that hasn't changed.
Indeed. So with the PS5, they basically said, all right, we can make a super fast console, which is what everybody wants. But we just won't be able to give them the amount of storage that they're going to need. So we'll make the sticker shock less shocky. But no, in the long run, we just end up paying more, though. That's the problem.
I think I could go from more sticker shock because again, it's the idea of buying something that immediately has a defect or immediately has to be improved. Out of my pocket, just does not appeal to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm in agreement with you. If I could just pay a little bit more, get way more storage, and just play the console out of the box, I would prefer that. But not everybody's like that. People are very reactionary. They're going to see a high price and they're going to say, I can't pay that. Instead of saying, oh, I'll just wait a little bit more, save a little bit more, and then buy it. Instead of doing that.
I kind of don't see why, because, I mean, the PS4, I think it's without a doubt that the PS4 won the previous console generation. Because, yeah, because, I mean, it just sold out so much. So, I mean, it obviously crushed the Xbox One, but then couldn't... It just feels like, why wouldn't Sony have enough money to just eat the cost a little bit more to give us at least a terabyte, or I don't know, or do something. I don't know. It's what also kind of sucks is that with fast memory, you don't, you know, if you had a computer with fast memory, you would also have you'd have your fast storage, and then you'd have a second storage that's like bigger, but it's not as fast because it's like old style storage. And I guess you wouldn't really have that option with a console to put two storage units inside of the console. It'd be a bit much.
I mean, essentially, that's what the PS5 is going to end up being. You got the internal, and then you can add those NVMe SSDs that supposedly this summer they're going to allow us to install finally. I just don't know why it's taking so long.
You mean externals?
Not an external. So what? There's this new type of SSD called NVMe's, and they're about as fast as the internal storage of the PS5. Mm-hmm. They're just super expensive right now.
Right.
And Sony supposedly is going to let us know which ones are going to work the best with the PS5. So once they give us that list and they allow it to happen on the PS5, because people have done it already. They've opened up the console, they put in NVMe, and the PS5's like, oh, I can't use this right now, take it out.
Do not open until, do not insert until Sony says so.
Pretty much. So hopefully this summer they'll finally update it and let us do it. And people will have a terabyte or two on their console along with the internal.
Nice.
But that's going to do it for today, guys. We are ending on time this time around. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy our commentary, our comedy, our dumb stuff, smack the like button and consider subscribing. It helps us out.
Yeah, and we'll of course see you on the next episode. We got plenty of more we got plenty. It's not Ratchet and Clank. We got plenty of more Crash to go.
Indeed, and hopefully next time I'll have some more skins for us to look at. But yeah, take care, guys. See you next time.
Bye.